How is everybody doing today? We are going to start an intro, the naked face. Today we are going to do a little bit of catch up on how January's No Buy, Budget Buy and Project Pan is doing. And then also I'm a patron of This is KylieB, and we did a makeup swap. So it was like a Secret Santa. And my Secret Santa's gift finally arrived today. Yes, it took 2 months. It came from the Netherlands, and it was from Silvia. So Silvia, I'm also a patron of from her YouTube and Instagram, and I will link her stuff down below. But yeah, so she sent me some fun things. I'm always a little jealous of the people in the UK because they have Primark, or in Ireland as they call it, pennies. And I've always wanted to try the Balm to Oil Cleanser. So I kind of put that on my little list in the swap group, and she sent that to me. And then we had a budget of, which I believe was £10, €10. So she got me some other fun things. So I also got from Primark this cute little eyeshadow palette. We got this double whip bronzer. It's a cream bronzer and it smells like coconut. It is so good. And then she also, and I believe this is a Dutch brand, Boozy Shop, some lashes, and from Artitude Cosmetics, this little liner. So I thought maybe we could play with some of these and do a full face, and then I can talk a bit about how everything's been going. And spoiler alert, it's okay. January was a bit rough, but I'm hoping as I keep going along this no buy, budget buy thing will get easier and easier. Though using up products in my Project Pan have been really good. I forgot to grab the container, but I did finish up using my, it's the sister brand for ZZ, the Palace Identity. I finished up using that foundation, and now I've added for February, or to go for as long as I go, I've got my NARS Soft Matte, and then this is, I believe, in Mont Blanc. Yes, in Mont Blanc, which is light number 2, which is a really good shade for me. So I've been using that since I used the other one up. I also finally finished my cream blush from Stila. I really like this one, but I've got a whack of other cream blushes and blushes that I want to work through. So I finally finished that up today. So that is done, or I should say a few days ago. I finished up a powder there. So for the powder, I did add a new thing into the Project Pan, and I had opened it a while ago and I just forgot to start using it. So I've got the RCMA powder here, and it is this translucent powder. So this is going to be the next one that I'm working in my pan. I also finally used up my Cover Effects spray. This is the spray that I use just to put for shimmers and for mattes under the eye so I don't get fallout. And then I've replaced that one with the Melt Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. I always try to use, well, this one wasn't a budget one, but I did get it on sale. I try to use budget ones for that, and then use more higher end or more expensive sprays for the face. So that is finished, and now we are using that. Let's see, I am going to take out, so I did mention this, I have 3 different brows that I want to pan. This one is one from Tarte. I've had it, I want to say at least 4, 5 years at least, I want to say minimum. And usually powders can last longer than their 2 years. I have put a big dent into it. As you can see, I've hit pan and I've really kind of worked my way in there, but the smell is starting to go off. So I just thought I would, even though I shouldn't have done, I just used it for January to try and get a little bit more use out of it. But I'm going to take this out of rotation, and I'm going to focus on my 2 from the KVD Beauty. So I finished that up. I've also just finished, this one I just finished today. It's just a little bit left. I might see if I can scrape it out. This is the Juvia's Place. Whoops. There we go. Juvia's Place balm. I really liked it. I used it up pretty quickly. I was using it all the time. I really like it. Had a nice minty smell. So I haven't picked a new balm yet to put in there. So we're just gonna leave that as that. And then let's see, what else have we finished? Oh, and then we sort of finished the Mary Do Manizer. It is a cream highlighter from the balm. It's just starting, it's old as well. If I really dig, I can get a little bit, but it's kind of getting a little bit weird on the bottom, and it's pretty dry. So I think I'm gonna call it on this. So I used 3/4 of it so before it went off and started to get a bit weird. So I think that's pretty good. So, and then I've got a few other highlighters. If I remember, I'll attach my video of other things that I am project panning, but these are the ones that I finished, and I've got some either new products in which I've just shown you, or other ones from before. Let's see. So we've done all the stuff that I have panned. And then when it comes to eyeshadows, my plan has been to use all the palettes that I bought through the year. So I want to pick a palette every week and then use the palettes for a week and then just rotate out to see if I can work through all my palettes. So for January, and I'm gonna try and remember to insert some pictures or maybe a little video clip of some of the looks that I did. But I did the Juvia's Place Zulu palette. So that was a palette that I used, and I did that for a week. I used the Kaleidos Futurism 5 Electro Turquoise. I also used KylieB's The Worldly palette. I did that for a week. And then the final one that I did for January, because it was kind of like the anniversary of it, was the Kaleidos Club Nebula palette. So I used that. And then for spoiler for next month, the first week that I was doing for February, I was using the Orient Express palette. Because I've been waiting for Nomad's Cosmetics new one, so that one kind of got me inspired. So I was using the Nomad Orient Express palette. So like I said, I will pop in some photos. So let's, so we've a little caught up there on stuff that I've used. And then as I start putting on some other things here, we can go over how my shopping has been going. So I doubt there's going to be follow, but let's do eyes first anyways. Is my Kaleidos Tone Activated Primer. There is a lot in here. It's going mighty far, which is great. I'm not trying to, you know, waste the product or pan it fast just to pan it. I really do like it, as I'm just trying to use up one at a time. Been actually doing really well on my powder, on my mixed bag of powders here. I probably used about half of it, so I should hopefully be done by the end of this month, and then I can focus on my Fenty powder. So shopping. Okay, so part of my rules, let's start with non-makeup items. So part of my rules is that I didn't want to buy any more hats, and I didn't, unless I found some special ones, I wasn't going to buy any more ceramic lady heads, and I wasn't going to buy any more clothing. So that might have been a little bit harder than makeup as some of those things. So I went out early in January with some friends, and we ended up going into some vintage stores, and then I found one that had some amazing hats. So sure enough, sister caved, and I got myself, and I have a video of me doing makeup and putting on hats. And anyways, I ended up buying 2 hats, but they were quite special. One had olives on them, and they were from the 1930s to maybe early 1940s. So I could not resist. They were at a good price. So I kind of broke that rule and got myself a couple hats. But I'm now 100% no more hats. I mean, come on now. Like I said, they're going to need their own room pretty soon. So there was that. All right, so now we're going to go play a little bit with this eyeshadow palette. So this is again from Primark. Did this one have a name for it? It was the Chill Zone palette. So it's just this little 5-pan here. Kind of the packaging and everything reminds me of the small Natasha Denona ones. And it's 3 neutral shades, which are, there are 2 mattes and then a shimmery neutral. And then we have 2 other, is the green a shimmer? think it's a matte green and then a shimmery blue there. So I thought I'd play with this, and I thought in case I wanted to, if I wanted to add some more shimmer, and then thinking UK, because Primark is a UK brand, I do have these Berry M holographic toppers, so I thought we can maybe play with those as well. So let's just, since this is how do I want to put it, a neutral leaning palette, it'll probably be easy to do an eye look really quick here. So the next thing I collect lady heads. I should do a video on my collection. I collect the vintage ceramics lady heads. They are, of course, ladies and they're head vases, and they were used back in the day for flowers. It was a way for people to sell more arrangements that you can get in various sizes, these lady heads. And I think some have gone back to like 1920s and earlier, but I think the majority of them are 50s and 60s. And I like the more 1950s ones. So anywho, I had said that I wasn't going to buy any unless I got some that were a special. And somebody that was pretty close to me, actually lived in my old neighborhood, managed to score about 20 of them, 25 of them. How he did it, I don't know. There were some really special ones in there, and I couldn't buy all of them. I was good that way. So I bought one that was a little bit more out of my comfort range of pricing. Not a lot, it was $70. I usually try not to pay more than $40. And then I got another one that was, I think, $55, but they were very special. They were bigger sized ones. So they fit the criteria of being very special. And I think now, except for if I find like a Lucille Ball one or something, I found most of the ones that I want. So I think we're going to be pretty good on the lady head front, at least hopefully for this year. But there we go. So I did break that rule. And then clothes. Okay, that I didn't do too bad. Okay, so I just kind of blended in with this light color. It's pretty light. It's not much darker than my skin tone, but it is nice just to use as a blending shade, and then to kind of, what's the word, is just to kind of set my eye primer a little bit. All right, always as filming, we have to have sirens. Surprise. So anyways, so there we go. Just a little bit of a light color there. I'm going to take a slightly denser brush here, and this is one of the ones from Silvia Beauty. And then I'm going to go into the dark brown, and we're just going to do that on the outside edge of our eyes. Yeah, there's not tons of payoff on these so far, but so this would definitely be if somebody is just into makeup and wants to do a more natural look. I think these will definitely be the shadows for you. Okay, so if you just grab a good chunk of it and then just really pat it on, definitely get more color payoff, as you can see here. Just want to do a little bit of a darker edge, and then we will blend this out a little bit. Okay, so clothes. We wanted to talk about clothes. I didn't do too bad. There is a person on Etsy that I like a lot. She's Heart My Closet, and I was really good, and I didn't do her buy two get one free sale. She makes dresses custom. She's made a couple for me that I've used for cosplay. I really like Agent Carter, so she made me some Repo Agent Carter dresses, which I really loved. So she ended up having a sample sale. And usually most brands, if they have sample sales, you know, they're size 2, 4, 6. She had a really good range of sizes, and then I found this beautiful gray wiggle dress. It was for $55 US. It was, I think, 65% off. It was in my size, so I had to break down and buy one. So I don't think I've really spent too much money for per se. I've had we canceled going to Fan Expo this year, so we got the refund for the tickets there. I have another show that got canceled, so I got a refund there. And it looks like we may not be going to Viva Las Vegas, so there's going to be some refunds coming there. So I think the money that I've saved in refunds, I kind of spent on some of these things. But so it's not really spending any extra money, but I could have technically have saved that money for doing other things had I not spent it, but there you have it. All right, so I think I'm gonna go into the green color here and see how that is. And then I had, in December, I had ordered myself a fun Retro Kids sweater. So it was for Mr. Dress Up, which was a kids TV show when I was younger. So that was, I bought in December, but I got it in January. But I took part, Betty White, who has passed away on her birthday. A lot of people, the Vancouver SPCA itself raised over $400,000 just on her birthday alone in donations, because Betty White was a huge animal lover and always was raised money for animals. They ended up with the approval of Betty White's estate, they've done limited edition SPCA sweatshirts with "Thank you for being a friend" in honor of Betty White. So I had to break down and buy one of those. And of course the money will go, the proceeds go to the SPCA. So I thought, let's do it. So I didn't go too crazy. But like I said, I'm trying not too much. So then let's talk makeup. So there we go. This is going to be just a green and a little brown look, I think. I might do for fun the blue in the inner corner. I don't know, but I think we're just going to go like so. The green goes on really nice. I really do like the green in here. This is not a bad little palette. So we're back. So yeah, I did do a little bit in clothing. The one was money to charity. I did do the hats and the lady heads, but makeup has been my biggest expenditure. I didn't buy too many clothes last year, a few lady heads. So I'm gonna say that's okay just for getting the budget started. That's fine, but from now on, we're going to be good. So makeup. So makeup started off really well. I've not really bought anything per se, but I did get, so Lethal Cosmetics did for their 5th anniversary, they did a limited, well, it's not limited color, 4 new shades in these marbles kind of color stories. And the money was going to animal charities. And then if you bought them, they also planted a tree in your name, which I really liked. So it was only 4 single shadows. So I bought those. And I wanted to say my budget was 50 Canadian, excluding shipping. But at first I was going to be like, okay, well, this only came to about $35 Canadian. I'll include the shipping part, you know, as part of my budget and leave it. But then Nomad decided that they needed to do another palette, and it was a Canadian palette. So I did order it. I did do it on Afterpay, and my first payment was basically the balance of my $50 allowance. So this will be my February allowance. The rest of it will be the Nomad palette. I think that's going to be kind of how I'm looking at it. But that's not bad for me because I buy usually a lot of skincare, a lot of makeup. So just buying the 4 singles and then 1 palette. And besides liking the color story, it was a Canada one. So I could not buy the Canada one. And it should hopefully come early next week. It has hit Canada, but the other end of the country. So there we have that. So, but I bought no skincare, no lipsticks, no blushers, no nothing. I bought nothing else extra except for those 4, and then the Nomad palette. So that's not too bad for me, or especially in January, like last year, I bought the Norns collection. I bought the Kaleidos Club Nebula. There was something from Nomad that came out in January. So I bought a lot of things last year. So I'm pretty proud that I just managed 4 singles and 1 palette. So I think that's pretty good. Okay, this is going on a little patchy here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much I like this. I know Make Me at Missar really likes these, but maybe it's because I should have maybe put a different primer down, but this, done it as a cut crease, but this is not really staying on my eye, so I don't know how much I like that. So let's just go back into our green in this palette again and then just try and fix the mistake that we made trying to use that shimmer. Okay, so I just fixed that eye. I just redid what I did. I just finished it off. I put a little bit of a flick at the end, and then I just did my bottom lash, just repeating the same colors, and then I just used the lighter beige shimmer on my inner corner. And then I thought, since this video was taken, it seems like it was going to get really long, I decided to do my brows and my base so we can do some of these other things together that were part of the my present. So we are going to play with this cream bronzer. So I only have one other cream bronzer, which is the e.l.f. one, and I quite like it. This one looks beautiful, smells really nice, and it kind of looks like the ones I've seen from Anastasia or Chanel that have that kind of nice pattern in there. It looks really nice. So I wanted to give that a try. I usually use a combination of a sponge and a brush, so I'm just going to try one of the brushes that I usually use, and then we're just going to dip into here and let's see how this is. It doesn't say what color it is on the outside, so I don't know if you just have to go by how it looks, but let's see. Okay, so that's a lot more oranger than I'm used to, but I'm pretty nervous with bronzers, so I use them so lightly and so sparingly that, yeah, I use them really lightly. So I know a lot of people use them more intensely. So since this is a darker color than I normally go for, let's try and see if we can do a more chiseled look that I see other people do, and then see how this looks. Because right now it seems to be blending in nicely, but you can tell it's a little bit orange. I'm pretty pale. Oh, I so love the smell, but I'm just going to just keep on keeping on here. And then I'm going to take my sponge and then go along the edges, and then just to blend that in a little bit more. I mean, it's definitely looking a lot lighter on camera than it is in person, but it's not. Now that I'm using the sponge, now it's looking way better. Oh, I kind of like this. I mean, again, it's going to be a learning curve for me. I only have that one that I use, and I think I didn't use as dense of a brush as I do, but oh my gosh, it smells so good. Just keep patting away here so I can smell it. I think I may like that. Excellent. All right. I'm trying to get more into cream products. So there's the bronzer there. And then let's just quickly, so the blush that I've been focusing on the most right now next is this Charlotte Tilbury. As you can tell, I've used up the shiny center and part of the edge there. So this will definitely give you a more, what's the word? It's a light look. Like you can kind of go crazy and then it just easily blends. It's just a really more natural, I guess, for a blush because it's such a light color. Part of this project pan, it would be good just to really focus on certain items and just use them up. So like a foundation at a time. I mean, sometimes you have to pick a different blush color or something to go with a look. Like I have a way brighter one in here. I should pop in for a cream one, maybe an orangey one. But for the last couple weeks or last week after I finished using that cream one, this one has been working really well. And then the same, I will still kind of lightly tap my same sponge. And there we go. So this we're not reviewing that per se, but so we've tried the shadow. Now that I've played with it a little bit, I do see it's pretty nice. So I do like I haven't used the blue, but I do like the green and the dark brown. This makes a decent inner corner shadow. So this is something that if you just want something easy to travel with, this would probably be really good if you want to do light looks. And a lot of times when you're on vacation, you just want to slap on some makeup and go. You're not going to go focus on doing some kind of a crazy look. So I kind of like this. Thanks, Silvia. And I think I liking the bronzer too. Like I said, it's going to take a little playing for me because this is new for me. I don't think a pink Artitude liner will go with this. I'm not creating a euphoria look, so I think we will just leave that for now. Let's see. So yeah, so we kind of went over a little bit on how my shopping was going, which granted is a little bit faily for January, but like I said, I did have some refunds for things, so we'll say it balances out. But February, so far February has been good. We're 4 days in and I've bought nada, so that's a good sign. Though Odin's Eye is trying to tempt me, and so is Lois Cosmetics, and they're both on my okay list. So yeah, man, can you just release things once a month, one brand at a time? Anyways, so there we go. Let's see. So she gave me these cute lashes, so we may want to check those out. Let's see, what do we want to do? Let's powder. Let's do no, we need highlighter. I forgot all about highlighter. So highlighter, so now that I finished that one there, I've been playing with the Charlotte Tilbury one that I have. And then I've also, if I want a brighter, lighter one, I've been using this one from Wet n Wild that I really like. But I think for this look, we can go with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is, what is it? It is the Beauty Light Wand, and I can never remember what color this one is in. I don't know if it came in multiple colors at the time, but I've been finding that, oh, I think I left it on. You always have to click these things off or they keep oozing out product. So I have a little bit too much here. So I'm just gonna go like really, really pop it on my hand to smudge it a bit. And then we're just going to kind of just do a more natural highlight today. So I want to say, because the budgeting thing, it's all on me. Like, it's up to me to control it. It's up to me to not spend the money. So I want to say that I did, if I'm going to rate myself out of 1 to 10, I want to say I did 5. So I think I did decent. I didn't buy too much stuff, at least in the makeup realm, but I did buy, like I said, I bought a dress, a sweatshirt, and a couple of lady heads and a couple hats, which were all on my no fly list. Well, except for the lady heads. I'll show them in another video. They are very, very special, the ones that I got. So I think that's fine. So I'm going to say the hats were the fail, the dress and the sweater. But I'm going to try, like I said, this is now not that I'm probably not going to go to Viva. I probably won't be getting anything made or needing to spend any money when I'm there on clothing, which was part of I could give myself a bigger allowance for that. But since that's probably not going to happen, I will let these be my only fails, try to be the only fails for the year. Well, we'll see how far February goes. But I've been doing really good on the panning part and using my palettes. So in that way, I am pretty happy with that. So there we go, just a little bit. You see, it just gives a little bit of a glow. Then I'm going to set myself using my RCMA powder. And then I think what I should do, if I can find my brush, what I should do is go get my lash adhesive, and maybe we should try out these lashes. And I still need to put on some mascara. There we go, buffed in. Using my Morphe spray. There we go. So another thing I've noticed, there were a couple, so some of the early releases for lip products from Kaleidos, I wasn't that much of a fan of. So I had decided to pan a couple of the lip tonics. Then I discovered, yes, the neutral one I didn't like so much, but I really like this red one. I've been wearing this one a lot. I have a few other lip products in there, but when I'm at home and I can wear a lip product, not in a mask, I've been really liking this. So I think they're definitely the kind of the forerunner for their new one that they have now, the lip glaze or cloud lip glaze, which I like a lot better. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna go. So it looks like these ones have, these are the ones, Natural Lashes in Kimberly. It looks like they have either it's the super thinnest blend or they have a clear blend. So I'm gonna go and grab my lash glue and then we can try these out. Be back in a second. Okay, we're back. I decided to do quickly one eye first because I'm running out of battery and this video is going to be getting long. But whoop, I like these. I was even smart enough to bring scissors to cut and I didn't even need to cut them. They fit really, really nicely. So I'm just using my velour lash glue and then we're gonna go and we're just gonna paint this on in a strip. I find that I like painting them on my lid better than I do onto the lash itself. And then I just use the clear one. This has the thinnest black band. So these are really nice. Again, these are the Kimberly Natural Lashes by, is it Boozy Shop? Yeah, Boozy Shop, it's great. And then I have from It's Likely Makeup. I love their little applicator. Oh, there's a little bit of glue on this one. Okay, hold on, there we go. And then, if I can get this on here, there we go. And pop these on here. Yeah, these ones go on really, really easy. I like these. I always have a little bit of problem with the inner corner. I don't know why, but I think I got them. There we go. These are really pretty. What do you think? Yeah? There we go. So we go. So this was our a little maybe long update. We'll see how it is when I edit the video. But anyways, and oh, I didn't do anything with my hair. I need a color, so we're just gonna leave it as is, okay? Alrighty, so thank you again, Silvia. I will link her down below, Silvia Manrho. She's amazing. You should catch her on YouTube and Instagram. And I will also put down, this is KylieB, because she was the one who put together our little Christmas secret Santa. So again, I got from Primark this little eyeshadow palette. I did end up liking it. I would say it's kind of like elf quality. Yeah, so once I kind of figured out that I just really need to pack on a little bit, I think this turned out really nice. Just a nice, simple little look. I do like these lashes and I'm digging the bronzer from Primark as well. Oh, I wish we had a Primark in Canada. So yeah, and then the Boozy Shop lashes, they went on really nicely. I really like the really thin band. And then I still need to try out, and I do like them. I have one of theirs, the Artitude liner. And then tonight, we will be testing out this, or unless I want to be good and finish up the one I'm using first. Because, you know, it's not like it's going to be easy for me to get. But anyways, that's it. That was my kind of catch up on my, how my budget buy, low buy, no buy is going, how my Project Pan is doing, playing with some products that was gifted to me, and then some of my Project Pan products. And yeah, that's it. So if you like this video, give us a like, comment, and subscribe, or maybe even, hey, hit that notification bell. It would be greatly appreciated. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends. You can still hear me ramble on, play with makeup, and yeah, that's it. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.